Okay.
Hey everybody, I'm back. How fast 24 hours is. Dr. Kramer, Kramer Chiropractic, Livonia Spine and Injury. What's today's top tip is? How to be less vulnerable. Today is part three. So the first part, we talked about the equation, virulence, how strong a bacteria or virus is, the amount, and host resistance. The one thing we have the most control over is host resistance. The second video, we talked about test, don't guess. Today, I'm going to spread a little bit of light on what these tests means. So there's a ton of research out there. Mercola.com, Deflame. If you check out YouTube, Deflame, really quick, short videos to take this information. I'm giving you big picture. They'll break it down for you, give you the research behind it. But in a nutshell, get your vitamin D tested. People that have lower than approximately 30 ng per mLs are going to have 12 times the risk of dying. All right, so that's a pretty hard number. Yes, there's more than one factor. Vitamin D isn't everything. So if you smoke, you have asthma, you're on 10 drugs, you're obese, taking vitamin D is not enough. But it's a factor you can measure, so get your vitamin D tested. Now, some people, some experts say, hey, I want it higher than 60. But the bare minimum, it better be above 30. Okay, so get tested. Now the next step is, how much do we take to change it? Well, everybody's different. You need to take enough to change yourself. Don't just say, I take vitamin D. It might be enough, it might not. You test. Don't guess with it. So you might need to do a high dose for a short period of time. And some people need more than 5,000 IUs for a period of time. I'll share with you a couple examples of what you could do. I'll share with you what some of the experts have said, how they load it for 4 days, and then they back off, and then they get tested within 4 weeks. So within a few weeks, you can make a big difference. So get your vitamin D tested. We want it above 30, maybe even closer to 50 or 60, okay? The second thing is, have you gotten your blood sugar tested? We know there's a huge correlation between obesity and blood sugar dysregulation. So some people, obesity plays a role, so do your best to lose weight. You start now, and we'll talk about in the next video some things that you can do, techniques like intermittent fasting, okay, where you're going large windows without eating. Low carbohydrate, low sugar. So today's homework is, go get your vitamin D tested. Know what it is. Number 2, go get a glucometer and test your blood sugar, okay? And then also take a picture of yourself, of your waist. If you have belly fat, chances are you're either pre-diabetic or getting close to diabetes. That also creates more inflammation. So all of these factors, vitamin D, high sugar, obesity, all create inflammation. And what do we know? That if you're already inflamed and then now you're exposed to the virus, you're going to have not so good of an outcome. All right, so that's my tip for the day. If you think this information is helpful, do me a favor, like it and share it. If you watch it on YouTube, you know what to do. Click to subscribe. On next visit, I'm going to share with you more strategies. We'll talk about sleep, stress reduction, and other things that make you bulletproof or less vulnerable. Have a great day. Get your D tested.